Well, finally, the N2405 Stereo Cassette recorder by Philips, made in 8th of August 1972. It's got stamped on the metal chassis inside, is more or less complete. I need a belt for the counter mechanism. I've probably got one of them in my shed. It's had a new main belt and the little tiny one that does the rewind and fast forward, because you've guessed it, they'd all gone to goo. Everything's been cleaned out. There were two defective germanium transistors inside this thing, so no sound at all through this side. And I managed to get hold of a matched pair. It's important that they are matched. You happen to have one in the spares box that's from the same batch as the Duff one, well, that's all very well, but if you do have to change them and you haven't, then they need to be a matched pair, because the sound won't be any good otherwise. Well, things certainly sound a little better than they did, thanks to the new playhead as well, by the way. Complete overhaul, nothing minor. Two bulging capacitors to replace in there as well, so I thought it probably wise to do the whole thing. On the back are the various connections, the old-fashioned 2-pin DIN plugs for the speakers, as you might expect. And then you've got two inputs, radio, microphone, or the phono one. That will be for the old-fashioned GP204 type ceramic cartridge. If you do want to use a magnetic one, you could probably get away with plugging it into the microphone. But as you see, they're both 5-pin DIN plugs. So that is another one completed at last. Dear oh dear, I don't know, they're saying on the news today, oh dear, this Lockerbie bomber released on compassionate grounds some while ago is finally on his deathbed. Not bad for somebody who was given 3 months to live 2 years ago when released by the various lefty, dewy-eyed twats then in power. And you do wonder, don't you? You know, it was an American flight going to America. All right, it crashed in Lockerbie in Scotland. But American plane going to America? Let Billy Yank deal with it. But oh no. Billy Yank might have violated the human rights of the filthy little raghead scummy terrorist. Makes you sick, doesn't it? Never mind. I was said a wee while ago a version of what happened in France when they have riots, and the president went on national television and said that any illegal immigrants or immigrants caught in the act of rioting would be arrested, deported, and so would their extended families, if necessary, back to their country of ethnic origin. It might have been bluff, but I tell you what, it worked. because the families soon came down like a ton of bricks on little Abdul and Mustafa and so on, and all was quiet by the same day at midnight. Amazing. Would we do that here? No. I think the police were bloody lucky that that didn't carry on for longer than it did, because their softly approach, well, I'm just glad it didn't continue. And I bet you are too. Bye for now.